Bam, capa rapa, di ste ekipa, kao i uvijek podsjetnik, došli smo do 400.000 subscribera, želimo 500.000 i jedini način da nam pomognete da vas 80% koji gleda podcast Inkubator, a ne stiže taj subscribe button, da ga stisne, postanete pretplatice, ne košta ništa, a nama, evo, iz nekog razloga nam je super stvar da što prije imamo 500.000, a taj razlog naravno je i financijske prirode, jer ćemo se obogatiti, ili tako, Dominiče? Šalim se, naravno, ali bilo bi dobro da stisnete bez daljnjega. Danas imamo vrlo jedan zanimljiv dvojac u gostima, inače show koji će biti kroz, sad ću napamet reći, mjesec i pol negdje će biti u Zagrebu, u biti skoro pa i 2 mjeseca. Masters of Dirt ekipa, naravno Aleš, Georg, welcome to Zagreb. How are you? What's up?
What's up? I'm fine. I'm blown away by this amazing studio and so happy to be here.
Yeah. It's our producer, Siniša, feminine side, as I say to you.
It's really cozy, really
it's
cozy.
It's a really nice touch, yeah. What's up? Flight was okay, yeah.
Lots of big Yugoslavian guys in a small, and me, small Schwabo, in a small propeller plane, but it was nice. Only 45 minutes. We're basically almost neighbors.
These propeller planes, I think maybe Zagreb to Vienna, Zagreb to Sarajevo, only these cities in these countries, Austria, Slovenia, yeah. Još jedna stvar što moram napomenuti, da ćemo jedan dio pričati malo na hrvatskom, a jedan dio ćemo malo na ovom, on my broken English, I think. It's really broken, but we will manage somehow.
It's authentic.
Yeah, we will manage somehow. Masters of Dirt, when, where, why? Those typical journalist questions, yeah.
So to start, 17th of January, Arena Zagreb.
Okay. Third time in Zagreb, yeah.
Third time in Zagreb. First time after COVID. Thank God we can play again. Zagreb Arena is nice. The Croatian crowd is amazing. And why? Because
it's time to be back.
It's time to be back, and it's so fun to be on the bike, and it's so fun to be off the bike watching. And I think this connection, because freestyle is just pure lifestyle and fun. It's no competition, it's fireworks, snowmobile, quad bike, buggy, girls, music, kids performing, girls riding. We have many girls now in our team.
Yeah.
And it's just wow. Right?
And it's every 6 years, I think, yeah. If my math is correct, yeah.
Da, 6 godina. 6 godina. 2019 bila je zadnji put tu.
Da,
prvi put
2013, što je Siniša rekao da je
2013 bila je prvi put, 2019, a onda sada je 6 godina.
Koje su osnovne razlike svih tih 6 godina? Pretpostavljam, ono što sam ja mogao vidjeti, as I could see on your video production, there are major differences between, I don't know, 2018 and 2024, because
it's a big difference.
Yeah, we could see it on YouTube videos. Yeah. Produkcija znači dosta drugačija i generalno show je puno bombastičniji.
Yeah, the whole concept. Može hrvatsko ili
Ma, sve može, kako god.
Pa ne, sve je drugačno od 2019, da ne govorimo od 2013, sve se promenile, da, show i išlo je gore sve za 100% drugačnije. Bolji triki, više skokovi, bolji rajderi, momci, oni mali što rasturaju sve i djevojke stvarno lude i sve je mnogo bolje. Da.
Zagreb is the first stop in Europe, I think maybe 5 or 6 cities. I saw it on the web.
And now over 10.
Over 10.
And then we go to South America, Argentina, Chile, Colombia,
so this
maybe
is
Puerto Rico.
European tour and then South America tour.
South America towards the end of the year.
Okay, yeah.
But the first show is always great because you can be sure all the riders are there. Sometimes it's...
Or you are experimenting.
It's a bit of a gamble.
Auditory, yeah.
It's a bit of a gamble.
Yeah. Da, što ste pripremili za Zagreb? Ima nekakve specifičnosti, odnosno kad je bio zadnji nastup, koliko ima vremena za nekakvu pripremu, uvježbavanje u međuvremenu?
Pa da, svake godine se poskušamo pripremiti nešto novo. Da se ne kopira, znaš, show što je bilo ove godine, da ne bude isti prošle godine u 2026. Tako da još radimo na programu nove novitete, neke specijalne fore za svake godine se pokušava nešto novo. Tako da sve još ove stvarne, glavne stvari ne znam ni ja, one radio tamo u produkciji, imaju neke planove, ideje, a onda u Zagrebu ćemo sve to testirati i izvediti, tako da će biti stvarno jako.
Who creates the master plan of the show? Some kind of scenario for stunts and polygons and...
It's a mix. So it's the writers and a few creative people, including me, that have ideas. Then the idea needs to be possible indoor.
So they are impossible ideas also.
and to be repeated a lot.
Yeah.
And then the authorities, you know, local police, firemen, or general authority need to allow it. So in 2014, I think, when I came in Vienna, and you know, Viennese authorities, they're very strict. And I told them, yeah, we're going to backflip a car. And they look at me and they said, how? So we tried to explain it, and then luckily they trust in us a lot of times. But these three things need to work. And because we do 10 cities, but it's almost 30 shows, because some cities we play up to 4 shows a weekend. It just needs to be something that also where the athletes stay safe. Because we believe...
It's not the same in all countries, I think, those safety precautions. Or...
From authorities, some are more loose, some are not. But from us, we always use airbags. So back in the day, it was dirt. You need a long time of the venue. You need a lot of trucks of dirt. It's a lot of risk. Then it was mobile landing. It's a truck that open up, but it's hard.
Especially the first show, every year you had...
I can't even imagine that. Yeah.
You had that muscle pain like for 1 week after the first one, because that mobile landings are hard to land. You know, it's...
And now we have airbags from the company Bag Jump. And it's actually, it's inflatable cushions. And you can compare it to snowboarding in the powder. Because it just forgives a little bit more. Yeah. And the crazy part about the company Bag Jump, they produce airbags for movies like Assassin's Creed, for brands like Jaguar to do car testing. But, and this is the most crazy one, for Elon Musk, for SpaceX, to have the first capsule reverse landings into the sea, they also produce these huge airbags. And so they keep safe our riders, and also the most expensive technology in the world. So it's quite a cool side story.
Yeah, they have great testing because they have many clients.
Yeah, it's good. They're a good company, and they've saved a lot of guys. Plus, we're quicker in production, and you can do, for example, with the mountain bike, you can do triple backflips in trains and next to each other, and also have the kids try it without having too much risk. And for us, safety is important. It will never be 100% safe. It's extreme sport, but we have to keep the riders safe because we still need them.
And it's easier for the older people, right?
Yeah.
It extends a bit of like freestyle era a little bit longer, because, you know, when older you get, your body, you know, all these impacts on the mobile landings and dirt, you feel it. And airbags, you know, they just extend and make it a life a little bit easier after the shows, because, you know, you get tired from mobile landings and those impacts a lot.
But you said older people, but kids are maybe they want something more dangerous. I think. Yeah.
I mean, the kids don't care, but they will for sure send it 10 times more on the airbags than on the dirt or hard mobile landings, for sure.
And they can get up, walk up, and try again.
Yeah. We'll come to that, but let's talk about your beginnings. I read, I think also in your CV, that your godfather is David Hasselhoff. How?
Yeah. My
absolute legend for me.
Yeah, for me too. For me. So entertainment is in my
the beginning
DNA.
of beginnings.
Yeah, that's really, we talk about 1986, 87 I was born. And in 1986, my dad, who is a big promoter from Austria, used to be the biggest promoter in Austria. He was doing concerts like U2, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Cher, R.E.M., U2, Shaolin Monks, all of Elton John and so on. And
So you spent time as kid on those concerts?
yeah, all the time backstage. There was no digital control, you know, for the doors. You could creep. It was really cool. And he did the David Hasselhoff and the Nightrockers tour. So when I was born, my dad had already imported 5 Knight Rider cars from Hollywood. And they were on tour. And the tour went from 86 to 87. And then when I was a beba, David Hasselhoff came.
He knows some Croatian
only the nice
terms.
stuff.
Sure. Swears.
We'll get banned on YouTube, I think.
No. People are swearing all the time in this podcast. So it's not the problem.
No, so so this is how he became my godfather, and this is how also I ended up owning one Knight Rider, because one got broken, one is completely destroyed in Switzerland right now, one is sold in Germany, one I have, and another one is in pieces. So we own, and it's in my office. You're welcome to come to Vienna, to the MOD world. We can chat about it later, and we can drive in one of the in Hollywood built Knight Rider cars.
Do you have that safe desk from Baywatch? No.
No. But Pamela Anderson was my favorite.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Back in the days.
Yeah.
And when did Masters of Dirt first came to life? What was the main idea?
The main idea was friends riding bikes and having fun. And then we did, my sister does fashion. She studied fashion in New York, and I always wanted to have a clothing brand. And we then started doing shows, and then first they were not called Masters of Dirt. Then my dad said, call Masters of Dirt, Masters of Dirt. I'm like, no, Masters of Dirt is hardcore. It's not for the public.
So you didn't have some German name, no?
No, it is like we actually wanted, don't tell anyone, except everyone that's listening to the podcast, we wanted to call it American Super Jumps. Because back in the day, America was cool. You know, all the best came from America and was cool. Unlike now, it's a bit different. So, but then I told my father, like my father said, okay, let's do it. And then we did the logo, the Skull Bunny logo that Aleš can show it. And it just boomed. And we started in only Vienna. And since then we've been in South Africa, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Ajman, South America, Lebanon, Austria, Italy, Germany, Switzerland, Slovenia, Croatia.
More countries, I think.
And so on. So it's a fantastic journey. And the cool thing is now you can see we really inspire people. So it's people that come with their kids and they say, I've been to Masters of Dirt when I was a kid, and now I'm here with my kid. Or there's people that sit in the crowd and they, back in the day, they buy DVDs. And they watch the DVD on repeat, and then we discover them over the internet, and now they are the stars of our shows.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So really cool. We have a couple of success stories like that. It's fantastic to have a thing that really goes through generations.
Kad si ti vidio prvi puta cijelu tu priču? Vi se pretpostavlja da si u svom aranžmanu radio iste stvari, da?
Pa da, ja sam prvi put za Masters of Dirt bio tu u Zagrebu, 2013, tako je bilo mali prvi put. Prije sam razgovarao sa njima, znaš, teško je ići u ovoj nekoj ekipe, kad si u Masters of Dirt, to ti je kao neka familija. Znate, kad si tu, radiš za njih već godine i godine, onda...
Like circus, something like that, yeah.
I 2013, stvarno tu u Zagrebu bio moj prvi nastup za Masters of Dirt za njih, i od 2013 do danas svake godine na svima šovima sam sa njima. Tako da tako se počela moja priča. Ali prije, da, ja sam vozio motocross kad sam bio od 4 godine, vodio sam motocross 18 godina, ono je europske svetovne, onda je 2000 počela se freestyle scena u Ameriki. Svi smo gledali DVD Amerikanci kako skače i meni je bilo stvarno to dobro. Onda kad sam nehao sa motocrossom, počeo sam freestylom i godine sam se vježbao, tako da sam bio dobar. Onda 2013 stvarno je bilo ono vremena kad su me i našli i vidjeli sve da sam dobar, tako sam počeo sa njim.
I onda ste počeli razvijati zajedno ideje?
Da, i počeo se razvijati, znaš, sve ide ukupno.
How many years did it take to create Masters of Dirt that we can see now? From that first, I don't know, what were the obstacles in that time?
It's a good question.
No.
So, I think
nije dobro postavljeno.
I think Masters of Dirt evolves every day. Yeah. So we never stop creating and also leading the pack. There's a lot of lookalike shows that do stuff now we have done 3 years ago, which is at the end of the day an honor because it shows we do something right.
So you have some kind of competition, yeah.
The hurdle and the hurdle is a little bit, it's the brand building, because if you with your kid, you want to go see a jumping motorcycle and entertain your kids, you watch a poster and poster A or B, you don't care, jumping motorcycle. So obviously competition and building a brand are a bit of hurdles, because building a brand is expensive. And then just expansion is also expensive and difficult. So I always say the more east or south you go on the world map, the crazier it gets. So we have had in Cyprus, we play in Cyprus, show's supposed to start at 9, nobody there. One guy at the grandstand eating those little bird food.
Sunflower, yeah.
Spitting, and wait, 10:30 people come, no problem. Lebanon, the containers don't arrive.
That was Beirut.
Beirut, yeah, Lebanon.
No containers. 2 hours
like there was the
show.
track, because one container arrived, but the container with the bikes was not here. And the promoter said, guys, you go to jail if you don't jump. Here's some enduro bikes. Improvise. And I say, guys, I told you Tuesday we need a plan B. Yeah. No. So big drama, tears and almost fights. And then COVID, that was a big hurdle, because we were supposed to have a show with 27,000 people in Vienna on Friday.
Yeah.
And the first trucks were going in the venue. And the Austrian Prime Minister, Sebastian Kurz, is I know him. He told me a few hours before, is 99% going to be locked down. So I had to stop the production, and then, communication, crisis management, make sure no one panics, pay everything. Then at the same time, we had the containers in Chile. So we could not play in Chile. So, I think cash flow deficit, if stuff like this happens, these are the biggest hurdles.
So you postponed that event, or?
We postponed 3 times.
COVID was.
And for me, I was saying it was great. It was 19 years. I was saying, okay, it was fantastic, 19 years. I'm happy. If it don't work anymore, it's fine. But then after COVID, it skyrockets again. And I think the one advantage we have is, and I'm sure I speak for Aleš and myself, is we love what we do. Yeah. We love riding. We love make people happy. Our slogan is we want to make people happy, whether they buy a T-shirt of us and wear it with pride, or they try jump in the skate park, or they just see the show and forget all the bullshit in the world for 2 times 45 minutes. If we manage that, then it's good. So
and the best thing is to see kids, young kids, teenagers, happy. When you see kids happy, it makes you feel because they see in you something when you see the crowd, especially I like those footages from when they film the crowd during the show, and you see people like kids like. That's the best thing.
As a kid, I would be thrilled to see some kind of show
and
like
it's
this.
always like
you said Knight Rider, but there is also Evel Knievel. I don't know, maybe Heels on Wheels or something like that.
A lot of
a few American shows from 80s and 90s, I think. Yeah.
A lot of guys were inspired by Evel Knievel.
Yeah.
And injuries is also obviously...
Yeah, they had that helmet.
Yeah, the funny helmet. Yeah. Injuries is also a big topic, a big hurdle, you know. Yeah. If people get injured, and back in the day, it was a lot of injuries, a lot. I hope not anymore now, but this is... You don't want to see people hurt.
Yeah. But it's very dangerous sport.
Because we jump behind each other, like 10, 12 people behind each other, and explain the story when you were riding over Edka.
Oh yeah, that was like in the show we had a segment that like we go in a train like 1 meter after the one in front of you, like 10 riders, and I was the last guy with the quad, and everybody everybody was flipping, so I went to the ramp. I flipped the quad and I landed. Then I saw Edgar Torrenteras just in front of me. And like in that 1 second moment, I saw his eyes, like the time stopped. Like I saw him watching at me and he was like, oh, you know? And like I couldn't do nothing. I just hit him, you know, and I crashed also there.
So he was on the floor, and then first Rinaldo, one bike hit him.
Yeah.
And then the quad just rolled over the guy, and it was a disaster. The airbag, I think, saved his life.
The airbag, I mean, he landed like on his stomach on the airbag. Imagine if that would be mobile landing. Just from that impact, he would be more like... He was pretty lucky.
There's actually a clip online of it.
And how did the crowd react on Stavovi?
I mean, of course, everything went quiet. Like,
it's like, oh,
but it's very dangerous.
Oh. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, sometimes like 90% or 99%, every time works good. But you know, there's always that 1% chance that something can go wrong. Maybe it's not from the rider, maybe it's not your problem, but maybe it's a mechanical thing, you know, something on the bike can go wrong, or I don't know, the bike, like just before the ramp, like, whoa.
How do you train things like that? Yeah, you have polygons in Zagreb Arena, or you train it in your hometown or something like that? Yeah,
it's training is always like, you know, when you start with easier tricks, and then when I wanted to do my first backflip, there was back in the days that we had those foam pits, you know, with the sponges inside. You practice there, but when you go from foam pit to the dirt landing, now it's easier. We have airbags, but when you have to go to the dirt landing, you know, okay, now it's not soft. You have to go 100%. Or you can change your mind when you start pulling back. You can change your mind, so you have to be 100% sure that you can do it. But that comes with the confidence and, you know, skill and practice.
Yeah, it's like MMA. You can go soft on a training session.
Yeah, you can go soft, but you need to go 100% full.
I mean, you can still get hurt on the airbag.
Yeah, for sure.
And the foam pit is 5 meters deep, cubes of foam like athletics. But imagine you have a 200-kilo quad and you don't finish the backflip. You're stuck upside down. The gas is full open. The fuel is dripping on you. And you have to wait till your friend comes with a rope and the crane to pull out. Otherwise, you're buried. It's really man stuff.
And the adrenaline when you try something for the first time.
I mean, the best thing, I think, for sure, one of the best moments in freestyle, when you land one trick, like for me, like was the first backflip. When you land it on dirt, I mean, you can't describe the feelings, the emotions. I was just like, like wide open on the track around. But then, okay, now you have to go again. It's always like, I would say the first one, it's most... it's the special feeling, but the second, the third one, those are the scariest ones. when you know how to do it, and then you have to go, okay, now I have to go again. Fuck, you know?
Do you even know this would be functional exercise, or you do it when you train? You have some kind of an idea and you are doing it. Imaš nekakvu ideju, recimo, želiš je realizirati i onda jesi siguran da će to funkcionirati, na primjer trostruki nekakav flip ili kako
Pa
već.
da, svaki put je...
Znaš, ono, postoje mogućnosti, vjerovatno da se nešto ne može ni izvesti. To je...
Zašto
Something
treba...
maybe it's not even possible to do. So.
I remember when we started, there was actually physicians that calculated that a backflip on a motorcycle would not be possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Carey Hart came, and he was the first one. His Pink's husband, Carey Hart.
Ah.
He came and he proved that it's possible. And now there is one guy that landed a triple backflip on the motorcycle. Australian, of course, completely crazy guy. And he went, back in the day, the setup was at Travis Pastrana's place, third gear, full gas. Yeah. And it was like, I don't know, 8-meter high ramp. It was absolutely crazy. So I personally think...
So you don't need to trust scientists.
No. No, do you have to
just do it by yourself.
Trust yourself.
I would say everything, like since the first backflip, and like especially when we start doing, like when first guy landed backflip, I said, okay, that's it, that's it, that's the end. And then they started doing tricks in the backflips, and then I was like, everything is possible. Yeah.
I think so too.
There is everything is possible.
Yeah.
When you were playing video games, like back in the days, those Dave Mirra BMX, it was like triple flips with tail whips and blah blah blah. And people
they
are
do
like,
it now. Yeah.
10 years later, people are actually doing like the same tricks, like video game tricks now.
Also, check how fast kids play video games. And they grow up, they have different... when I grew up, one backflip was cool.
Yeah.
Now on a BMX, you need to do 4.
Yeah, what's most important in those shows? I don't know. Nekakva koncentracija, uvježbavanje, brzina reakcije?
Ne, koncentracija. Mislim da na ovim šovima stvarno je da zaupaš svima sa kojim radiš. Zašto mnogo putova mi idemo jedno za drugom. I ako nemaš 100% da vjeruješ ono koji pred tabo i da će napraviti ovaj trik što je u programu, onda previše razmišljaš o ovim stvarima. Ako si 100% da svi znamo što trebamo da raditi i da si 100% na ovo sve što radimo, onda sve ide perfektno. Ako ima neko, ako vidiš da ovaj nije baš, ne radi dobro, onda je stvarno se ti dešava da razmišljaš da...
So the chain is strong as its weakest link, something like that. Yeah.
I just said,
nice saying.
When we go, like all the riders, you need to first trust. You need to have trust in yourself and trust the other riders, because.
Do you think about the guy in front of you?
I mean, now, like the people I work with at MOD, because we're normally the same group, you trust him. You don't even think about it.
You don't think that he's there?
No, I don't think. I don't even think, because. At the moment when you start thinking about the guy, if he's okay in front of you, I think that would be a mess up in your head. Like sometimes when you do other shows and you have a guy in front of you that you don't know, that's when you keep your distance and first watch him, that he land the trick, and then you go. But here, it's 100% trust,
Scary.
Moraš poznavati, znači, ljude s kojima skačeš. You need to know your team,
But still, sometimes, it can happen, like with Edgar, Like, I would never thought Edgar would fail on a normal backflip, but, it was a mechanical problem, but it happens.
Yeah. Freestyle motocross, mountain bike, BMX, show mobile, quad bikes, razor, buggles. What shows we will see in Zagreb?
Probably everything you have just mentioned. I'm unsure if the buggy will work, but you will for sure see much more than in 2019. One crazy thing we have is, because this freestyle firestorm, so we have more pyrotechnic, more fire. We developed last year for the first time ever, we had two things. So one is the mountain bike and BMX, they have a special, like, fire, how you say, like, fire breathing function on the bike. So it's like a special thing. So when they like move the bike, it spits fire like 4 or 5.
Bazooka.
Kind of like a bazooka.
Da, stvarno, kako bazuka imaju na kolima i na svema ima ono bakle što je onaj puca onaj kad ide u trik, a kad se oni suče ovako, stvarno se napravi onaj baš krasni efekt u zraku sa ognjem kad se sve okreće, kao ide, ne znam, 10 momca ide jedan za drugom sa ognjem, ono je stvarno najbolji dio šova.
The same on the mountain, on the motorbikes. We have a collaboration with Motorhead again. So we are official merchandise partner of Motorhead. And I mean, who doesn't know Lemmy? And we all grew up with Motorhead.
Also absolute legends like David, yeah.
Yeah. So we have a collab merchandise, and the Fuel Girls and the guys will have a dedicated Motorhead segment. And one of the girls, she does a special thing with her hair. Wow. And I can't even talk about it. So she puts a ring in her hair. Yeah, I don't have enough to show it, but
like a nest.
yeah, and she really hangs on her hair like 16, 17 meter high, and she spins. There's also videos on our Instagram. She starts spinning with fire, but so fast you cannot follow with your eye. Yeah. It's really crazy. And then just like loads of fire stuff, like high bar, you know, like athletics to jump over the bar, but the bar is on fire. So the BMXers, he literally puts his head through the fire and then goes over. It's a lot of stuff is on our Instagram, but it's always 150 times crazier than it looks on the YouTube or Instagram. It's
I always
really
thought that you
crazy.
need to be a good driver, but this is some kind of gymnastics.
Yeah, it's crazy shit.
Jonglering, also, yeah. Ima svega. Mislim, kako to uopće nauči, to su ljudi koji su vjerojatno iz cirkusa.
Pa da, sve. Ali vidite to uživo, nekaj vidiš ove snimke sa svime trika što se radi na YouTube-u i na Instagramu i sve to. Ako to vidiš, najbolje kad to vidiš uživo, kako si u publiki, kad to vidiš uživo, ono je stvarno drugačije neko kad vidiš to na ekranu i na telefonu. Da.
How do you scout new acquisitions, new kids? Do you see their videos? Do you know that they are good part of team, maybe a good part of team? Kako, generalno, kako se skautira, jel?
Just because back to the first topic, because I heard circus now 1 or 2 times. It's important. I saw that you Cirque du Soleil. I don't know. No, Cirque du Soleil. Actually, we did because we do a clothing production. So we have been. I think 10 years ago, we produced for the Amaluna production. We did their merchandising. Because my second company, Masters of Merch, is a clothing design, production, fulfillment, and e-commerce service, full service company. But Masters of Dirt is more like Mad Max and new time gladiators, you know? Circus is silly, and we don't wear costumes. Okay, maybe there's a mascot for the kids.
No, I was thinking about jonglering.
Yeah, I mean, the guys are certainly artists on the highest level, but it's important that the show is...
They're also very flexible.
It's not it's an amusement show, but it's wild, it's fiery, and I just want to make sure, because I'm very protective about the guys.
I know, it's always like we don't
they're
like
not
to hear
clowns.
that it's like that we are circus, you know? Like, you know, people
but
like, you do circus stuff. No, it's
for
not
me,
a
it's a good expression, not bad, yeah.
No, I know. And it's not with no offense taken, but I just don't want people to imagine, oh, it's a circus tent, and then there is a guy on the quad in a clown mask. Yeah. Although maybe I think that at the after party.
After party.
They saw it, I think, on
At
YouTube.
the after party, we go to the tent, and there are some jugglers, you know.
No, but how we scout? Internet.
Yeah.
Recommendation and loyalty. We don't scout so much because it's very hard to get a spot. I would say that most of the riders in the world would give a lot to be a part of the Master of Dirt family. We do not swap our talent a lot. A lot of them, Aleš included, what do you say, 2013?
2013. Zagreb was my first show with MOD, and after we moved to Ljubljana, Belgrade, there was...
So between 12 and 24 years we work with the people in the production and the team. Of course, then there's new kids coming, and of course there's new acts coming, and some riders stop riding or skip 1 year. But in general, it's loyalty, internet, and
it's a
recommendation.
It's a big family, I would say, like on the when you see it in.
And how do you separate world class from, I don't know, very good stunt artists? Is that good expression? I don't know. Je li dobar naziv stunt artist? Kako bi sam sebe definirao?
Mislim da...
Osim sportaša, naravno.
Da, svi su sportaši. Ja ne znam, 10 godina nazad bi rekli da je sve to bilo neki show biznis i freestyle je bio onako lud. Stvarno je bilo drugačije nego sada, ove godine. Sve se promenilo malo. Prije je bilo stvarno ludo, stvarno je bilo puno padova i slomljenih kosti, zašto bili su momci, ja možem to, da, i uzeli ga su na show, onda je bilo stvarno, neko se polomio tamo, a sada svi što radimo za to, svi znamo što trebamo da raditi, svi smo atleti, svi treniramo za to i svi znamo što radimo i ovo radimo. Nije neko kaskaderi, znaš, kako jedan te reče da mogu i ja tu skočiti, pa da idi, ovo ti kaskader. A mi radimo ono što trebamo da radimo i radimo 100%, znaš, ovo ti je razlika neko...
Pa da piše, kad uguglaš, when you google your names, on Google it said stuntman, but as I can see it's so much more than stunt.
I just told him like stunt...
I said stunt artist, maybe.
Stunt guy, I would say like we are athletes, professional athletes, not like, because some guys tell you like, oh, you're a stunt guy. I would say no, stunt guy is a guy who you tell, okay, jump through the window down there, and he jumps. Without even thinking. And like,
or set yourself on fire.
Set yourself on fire and go. You know?
But you, it's actually a crazy story. You were filming for the
Expendables 4. I was filming.
So he was a stuntman.
I was a stuntman.
It was a bit of a sketchy.
And which movies did you film?
Expendables.
Expendables, and this was your first movie, or?
It was my first movie, and I filmed it. I was actually, they called me like, can you come like to Bulgaria? We would need you actually to do a jump over on a boat or something, but that thing, when I came there, it was actually a completely different. They canceled something, and then I was there, and they said, can you drive cars and bikes? I said, yeah, why not, you know.
You have a job.
Yeah, it was actually like that, you know. So I was a stunt double from Jason Statham and Jacob Scipio, who was playing Bandera's son there in that movie. And that was actually, I did a lot of scenes with the bikes on the stairs and blah, 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 and down there. And actually,
so Jason Statham needs a stuntman.
He looks a little bit like Jason Statham, no?
No, but the thing, the last day of filming, we were filming in studios. There was a scene that we go on the like really steep metal stairs, and there was a scene like two motor guys, like I was playing a bad guy, the Russian guy who was chasing Jason Statham, and we were supposed to go on the metal stairs. There was really no space like down there, and there was only two guys. Like we had a practice day one day before, and like I was the only guy who could manage go up the stairs in the first try, and there was two guys like not really like able to do it. So they said, okay, we're going to film you first. You're going to be Jason Statham, film you alone. I would put my mask on, Jason Statham, blah, 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 did 5 tries. And then we said, okay, now we're going to switch and film those two guys going one after another.
So you chased yourself?
Yeah, and like, no, there was one guy in front of me. And I asked him, hey, we're going to practice today? Because at least try one time, because there was only one shot. Like, no, I have to do it just one time. it's okay, I'm gonna make it. I said, okay. There were like cameras, 3, 2, 1, action. I went behind him. He couldn't make it to the top, so I was stuck on the stairs, grabbed the handrail, and the handlebar hit me in the eye, so I lost conscience. I fell down the stairs, and I was in coma for 2 weeks. I had my head open, internal bleedings, and like people were telling me maybe he's not gonna wake up, maybe he's not gonna be able to talk. It was really a bad crash, just from going up the stairs, which was supposed to be super easy for me, but it kind of got super...
So you have a scar from here to here, no?
Yeah, I had
And
a
you're
scar.
still driving,
Yeah,
stunting.
But the funny thing was when I wake up from coma after 2 weeks, we were supposed to have a show in Egypt.
Yeah.
And I talked to when I wake up from there, like from coma, I felt super good. Like I would say it's somebody who could press a reset button in my head. I felt better than before, but the doctor was like, I said, hey, now I have a show in Egypt next week. He was like, dude, you're not even supposed to go on a plane now,
We were all super scared.
Yeah, and they took I had to take a driving license again because I couldn't drive a car for 6 months. I had to take the pills for the, epilepsy.
And now you are okay.
Yeah.
It's all
good for now.
And the first question is always, I'm a rider myself, not on this level, but it's always, when can I ride again?
Yeah.
It's such, I believe it's like a strong drug. You get so addicted from the adrenaline rush, and what makes it so hard is in racing, you have to be faster than the other guy.
Yeah.
In MMA, for example, it's crazy because you have to face another crazy guy, but you have to beat him. In freestyle, you only have to beat one person, and it's yourself.
Yeah, yourself.
So you're standing there, and you're like, for me, for example, I'm on a 12-meter platform, and it was in Vienna for my 35th birthday.
Yeah.
And I had to jump in, pedal as hard as I can, and do a double backflip in front of 8,000 people with no warm-up. And I had to do it at 4 shows. And you don't have the motivation of someone else or like in a computer game, a ghost. No, it's just you against yourself.
And you have
it's all the pressure, and it's an extreme mind fuck. And that's why a lot of people do ice bath and coordination exercise. And I would say we really became athletes.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, there was a lot of smoking and chilling and just partying and then ride bikes. Crazy, but now it's different.
What's the kind of personality that attracts people in this sport? Yeah? You need to be a little bit crazy, even to try it.
Well, or get hooked. You do it once, and then you want to go bigger and better, and it's a really nice thrill.
But it's not for everyone. Yeah.
No.
When the first time I tried the skateboard, I was on my back, and this was my last time that I tried skateboard.
No, but it's funny because when you do, like, for example, when you do your first backflip, when I did it, I said, okay, that's it. I don't want to go any further. I don't want to do flip tricks and stuff. But when you do, 100, 1,000 backflips, it starts to get boring. And that's the time, that's why you push forward. You want to learn every time, you want to learn something new because the old stuff gets boring. That's the good thing. That's the beauty of freestyle. It never gets, there is no limit. You can always go bigger and better.
Maybe he said when it's limit, and it's not limit, yeah. There need to be some kind of, I don't know, stop. Or no. Or just right.
Well, you mean for the age?
No.
I would say for my experience, for the age, I think when you start thinking oh, now I have to do this, and when you do this, and when you get scared or start thinking too much, I think then it's time to okay, maybe
I'm too old for this stuff.
Maybe
it happened to me.
If you for me, I have fun doing it. I love you get excited. Oh, there's a show next week. This one, that. And when you ride, you feel that adrenaline. You feel good. I think when this changes and you start thinking, you're like, fuck, I have a show next week and I have to do this and this. And when you go on a show and you're scared and you start thinking too much, I think then it's the time when the body or the age tells you, okay, now I think it's time to, you know.
I mean, it's the best feeling after riding, but everything hurts. But it's always like that. You ride a big session, the next day you're stiff. But it happened to me like recently, on the run-up before the ramp, I started having fear and thoughts about what can happen.
What can happen.
And I opened up to my friends. I showed my feminine side. And I'm like, guys, man, I'm scared. I don't know, but I want to ride. So they're like, yeah, take it easy. You know how to ride. And then you just have to... It's actually, you have to do it a lot. If you don't do it a lot... That's why I built a track next to the headquarters so I can still ride. But I have a question because I see the skeleton. How many bones have you broken?
I think the right part of the body is just an ankle, like the ankle, but the left side was still from motocross before. I had more accidents. I think it's almost all the bones in the left part was broken. But I would say...
what discipline is most dangerous? Motorcycle? Bike?
I mean, I would say I had most crashes when I started freestyle because I didn't have nobody that can teach me, hey, this is wrong, you have to do this and
you
this
were
and this.
Pig, yeah.
You know, I was the first guy in Slovenia who started in 2003. And like, I built my first ramp from I paused the Krusty Demons video on the TV and I sketched the ramp and I welded it. And
so
then
you designed the ramps,
you know, this was hardcore freestyle because now you have plans, you have the right radius and you have the right laser cut, the landing needs to be this height. When
you can't even say who designed this, you know, who was crazy man who designed this.
It was a homemade design, home weld, you know. My first landing from dirt I think was even lower than the ramp, you know. It was super small, and then I put the ramp like, you know, let's put it more back, it looks better, you know. Like, first jump, I overshoot everything completely, you know. And I've had my first crash because I didn't use the mesh the metal mesh on the ramp, and it was wet and I had the slip from the tires. I crashed to the landing, broke my femur.
Learning by doing.
Yeah.
You know, I learned everything from my mistakes. That's how I learned.
And now everybody's learning from your mistakes.
And I'm gladly like advising to somebody who's starting, and he said, okay, go easy, go step by step, don't send it, or like, because all the kids now, they want to go from zero experience, I want to hero. I want to do backflip immediately, you know. It took me 10 years from start to convince or to be sure that I can do backflip, you know. You need some experience, you can't just go, okay. I mean, is there
a problem to communicate to those new kids, things like that, yeah?
I mean, everybody wants to be go super hard tricks at the beginning, and they don't have experience from basic tricks. I think that's the biggest.
But it's easier for kids.
But it's easier because they're like from rubber.
When you see
they
don't
those
have
kids,
broken bones.
When you see those kids on Masters of Dirt, I mean, like,
it's crazy.
Oh my God, you know, he'd do and he crashed and he stand up, you know. If I would crash like that, I would need a week or two to stand up. That's the difference, you know. Young bodies and older bodies are for sure different, you know. But you do it more with your brains, not with send it. You know?
What's the most dangerous stunt you have in your show?
I mean,
most dangerous stunt, probably mountain bike. I mean, top 3 is probably like from the mountain bike side is front flip, bike flip. So the guy does a front flip and shoots the bike, and the bike does one full rotation, while he does a front flip and then he catches again and lands.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, that's
one of those videos.
That's one. Then on the mount, or snowmobile tandem backflip, I think. So 2 guys on one snowmobile doing backflip, but not 12 meters, 21, 22 meters.
And also the buggy flip. I mean, it looks on the
buggy, the car.
Buggy flip.
You know,
20,
if
but
something
not
happens,
on the like not on a normal distance that we jump, 22.
Yeah, it's big.
With the buggy, that thing is enormous. Like, and he goes way higher than we do. That's like insane to see. Like,
and then probably moto double flip or body varial.
Yeah,
you know, on the big motorbike, he jumps, he lets go the bike, spins one time, catches the bike again.
Yeah, but that buggy, you have buggy crashes in Croatia every year. I think maybe even people died in buggies accidents. Yeah.
Well, on the rental buggies.
Yeah, on rental buggies.
Well, we are not drunk in our shows.
No, but
just after.
Your stunt is 10 times more dangerous.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even imagine it.
It's very visual, you know, because 14 meters high, 22 meters long.
Yeah. You said about safety measures. Do you have some stunts that you don't even want to train?
I wanted to bring a triple backflip in Vienna. Was it last
year? Yeah, last year.
Last year, yeah.
Last year.
And
Archer.
Are you sure?
I think it was.
No, 2 years ago.
Or 2 years. No, yeah, 2 years ago.
Yes, 2 years ago. I wanted to bring a triple backflip from an Australian guy in Vienna, and he was a specialist. He was just doing triple backflips.
Yeah.
And he had a mechanical failure in Australia on practicing. So when he pulled, his foot peg, where he has the foot, broke off. And he lost the back. Yeah, in the air. And you know, like it's a stunt. We were measuring the venue. He was going 15.5 meters high, and the roof was 16.5. So we were already debating, and he was practicing in an airbag. And he lost the foot because of the foot peg, and he lost rotation, and he missed the airbag. He was dead in training in Australia. And this is when I said...
Yeah, that's a pretty hardcore.
This is when I said, fuck, imagine this happens in the show. And I think, again, it's more important to do, for example, a double backflip, but you're burning, than really pushing to the... Because we want shows that are replicable, so everybody gets the same show for 3 months in a row. Yeah. And you cannot say, do this once, one in 25 try tricks, try it 100 times now. Even with airbag, it's a bit too dangerous. So there is stuff I probably do not want in the show.
Yeah, how do you even prepare for a show? You meditate or what?
I mean, no.
Eye stops,
Yeah, on the show, because before the show we have practice days and, you know, to get the new program worked out. But yeah, on the show, it's different. When you practice, it's a normal day. But when the show is, it's a completely different energy, you know. You see the crowd, the energy, you know, all the riders are hyped up, you know. That's the emotions that drives you. And, you know, sometimes in the practice, you know, you don't do this trick and this trick, but in the show, it's always like when you decide to do one thing, you do it, you know. I think mentally you prepare for that.
Some guys pray, some guys meditate, music. Then most of the guys that have the shoulder problems, because a lot of our inline artists, he cannot do this. Sometimes he celebrates and he loses his arm and the arm is dislocated. So he just did a triple backflip, land perfect, goes like this, and then we pull his arm, the arm is back in. So the guys with the shoulder problems, they use elastics and then just hype.
But you don't have scare, guys. You have a different problem with ego, or I don't know, too much bravery.
Yeah, it's also.
But it's, I mean, it's okay. Everybody, we're really professional. We do it so many years. Yeah. We're really professional, actually. Even if you see it, you say, oh, there's a bunch of crazy guys. But there is more knowledge and preparation and training behind that you would actually think.
What's the next big thing your show? Maybe, I don't know, electric motorcycles, some kind of huge new platforms, polygons, I don't know, robots.
Flying robots.
I was writing
Crazy things.
I was writing the Boston,
mind, yeah.
what are the Boston Robotics or whatever they're called. I told them, because I have an idea, but they haven't replied, surprisingly. So maybe if anyone hears that, hit us up. We have we have some cool ideas. The next big thing is we're working on jumping a Harley Davidson. We almost had it done last year, but it didn't work for technical reasons. Then Aleš, we're building a fully electric quad for Aleš, but not as a show highlight. Just, for example, last year we wanted to jump in the city of Slovenia. They said they want to be sustainable. So for occasions like that, we can say, okay.
Green city, you know. Like
and electric is much stronger, so maybe for more bigger jumps or something. We have the stadium show in Klagenfurt, DD Squad, the Duncan Devils from Slovenia. We're working on some crazy new stunts with them. They're the guys we put on the catapult and they fly 35 meters far through the venue. And a couple of new stunts.
it's always,
it's really
Cyber
crazy.
trucks flipping, yeah.
That would be insane. A bit heavy, but let's see.
Yeah, it's heavy, yeah. What is set up for your production? How many days do you need to set up those polygons? And
So we are 97 people, 7 trucks production. We come in the venue Friday 7 a.m. We do build up all Friday, Saturday 2 shows. In Zagreb for now only 1, but if it's well sold we can maybe play a second one. And then Sunday 3, 4 in the morning we're out and off to the next city. It's a big production.
You are quick,
yeah.
Fast.
I mean, everybody
like
knows.
in bed.
3 minutes.
No, 1.5.
How do you transport all of those things? Yeah.
Big trucks.
Is the problem when you go? I don't know. On ocean trips from Europe to South America. What's the procedure? I don't know.
Containers.
So
Containers,
you don't rent motorcycles over there, no?
Well, we have in South America. We now have a full setup. So we have the. Did you ride in Chile this year? Yeah. I wasn't there. It was the first show I missed. But we have a container with
everything is there.
Everything's in the container. And back in the day, it went back and forth.
Yeah.
So now the containers at my headquarters. There's 2 containers. I now rebuilt them for food and beverage and for storage. The container was in Malaysia, in Lebanon, in Saudi Arabia, 2 times in Malaysia. 2 times in Chile.
Yeah.
Back in Abu Dhabi, from Abu Dhabi back to Dubai, like it was all over the world. And we say, this is not sustainable.
Yeah.
Import tax, export tax, customs, these troubles. So we say, okay, we build one setup and the setup is in South America. And Europe is all by land. But now again, also with the airbags, productions are easier. But one of the things why we're different is we care about which motorcycle the guys get, because the motorcycles or the quad their life is depending on it. If the engine goes whoop and dies in the ramp, then it's a massive problem. And we care about the ramps, so
I mean,
we're trying to optimize it.
Yeah, it's just expensive.
Yeah, everything.
I mean, especially the new ramps in Chile, they are just, I mean, because it's laser cut. The first time we tried those new ramps from Gerhard, that's amazing, you know.
But the dream is, really in Croatia, is because now is the first time I'm the organizer myself. So I take all the risk. I'm very grateful that you guys helped me also promote it. And, in Vienna, we start in 2003 with 6,000 people, and now we are over 30,000 people in one weekend. People have the tattoos, people love the show gets bigger and better, and that is, we really feel home here, and it's such a great spirit in this country we would love to do it here as well every year and grow it, and then maybe work together with the city, develop stuff where the kids can learn it. I'm sure there's plenty of pump tracks and skate parks already. Make adrenaline parks and just grow the brand and grow the brand and come back every year bigger and better, because there is the potential, you know.
Yeah, South America, you said there's also one problem I could think of, and it's a high altitude, maybe.
In
Chile,
a problem
for you?
In Lima,
Lima is
we're
on
working in
sea altitude. Yeah, I think 80.
No,
Lima.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I was in Peru. Yeah, so Cusco is on.
Wait, there was one
really high altitude.
One country,
Mexico City is also Denver is on altitude. Mexico City is on altitude.
How do you know so much about altitude?
Yeah, I was on a different altitude, so. Yeah, I was in Mexico City. I was also in Cusco, so.
Wow, okay,
that was a problem for me. So I couldn't imagine how big problem is for you, maybe.
No, the fuel engine have the problem because they lose the power.
They lose the power for sure.
But you can breathe. Also, breathing is the problem. Yeah.
We will see, I guess.
Oxygen
if we go
training.
on
Triple backflip in low density air.
You take some oxygen, then you go back.
Yeah. Crazy. I also read somewhere, just a second, Red Bull Formula 1 in Saudi Arabia. What was your part?
How do I keep this story under 10 minutes?
No,
so
we have time. Yeah.
In 2008, I took the Knight Rider car on the Gumball 3000 rally, and I meet David Hasselhoff in San Francisco with the Knight Rider car. So the Knight Rider car went first to Berlin to get restored, and the film car maker from Gone in 60 Seconds, called Peter's Garage, he did the Mustang or the Shelby from Gone in 60 Seconds. He rebuilt the Knight Rider so it's ready for the road. And we went on the Gumball. We did San Francisco, LA, Los Angeles with David Hasselhoff. Then David left in his Audi R8. We were in the 1981 Knight Rider. And then we went LA, San Diego, and then the car broke down, and it was a crazy rally. We had Bam Margera from Jackass, Ryan Dunn, God bless his soul, Tony Hawk. We met Dennis Rodman. Crazy people were on this rally. Yeah.
Dream team.
Dream team. I was 21. We're in this car. The car stops working. So in Vegas, we put the car in the Antonov plane.
It's like scenario of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Bro, it was crazy. And I come and I'm invited to a president's suite party in Vegas, and the car is flying to South China. And we have one night in Vegas. And there was some Arabs. They rented the president's suite. There was bottles everywhere. Couches 10 times this size. Full of girls, of course, just to play poker with. Yeah. Nothing else. But playmates, insane. And I was like, bro, this is fucking crazy. And I remember I didn't sleep. And then I go with my vodka bottle on the plane. And we go on this private big Boeing plane from Philadelphia Dolphins. It was like some big hockey club. Yeah, it was only business, the whole plane. And we go there, and there was until Vegas was 125 teams, and then in China was 22 teams only, and one of the teams was two really cool people from Saudi. Alawi and his dad Amro. I have actually one podcast on the Master of Dirt Hangout with Amro. It's really funny if people want to listen in, but really interesting. So we arrive in, first of all, the plane lands. I'm like still with my vodka bottle. I'm like, shit, we have to get off the plane. So I go off the plane and I ask the guy at the buffet for a sandwich. They say, where are we? And he's like, Alaska. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing in Alaska? I thought we were going to China. So I was completely confused, but they were just refueling the plane. So we land in China, we do a driver's license, and they take us for one day to North Korea. Ooh. No cars. So I'm 21, I'm going Koryo airline to North Korea. There was propaganda videos, happy soldiers dancing and eating picnic. And we're like, shit, man. So we land, North Korea is great. There is a statues of, I think, Kim Jong-il's grandfather.
Kim Il-sung, yeah.
Yeah, and all the statues were like this, 25 meters. And we were taking, it was 4 gumballers and 1 people from the government to make sure we don't do any bullshit. We had no passports. They took passports, phones, everything away. We were just allowed to film. We went to the Pyongyang games and whatnot. And then
10,000 people doing stunts.
80,000 people at the mass games. Have you heard about the Pyongyang games?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's the biggest mass choreography in the world. However, fast forward, this was the gumball story. We went then back to China and the car broke and many stories. We can talk a whole podcast about it. But that's where I met the Saudis, and they were the coolest and nicest people. And this was 2008. And then we figure out, okay, my family has a house in Cannes in south of France, and his family has a house in Cannes in south of France. Mine since 20 years, his since 60 years. So every summer or every 5th summer, we met in Cannes, and we had a great time. And, you know, with a lot of vodka, we were always, Saudi Arabia, we need to bring Master of Dirt to Saudi Arabia. And then late 21, after COVID, we finally... I actually got vaccinated just to go to Saudi, so finally I flew to Saudi. And then a whole new world opened, like so the culture is like so welcoming. Yeah, you will have a seat and what you want to drink and eat and and you know, they haven't seen so many like white blonde guys in Saudi, so I was the king. And then the parties and the girls and like everything was out of this world. And then I'm like, it's actually pretty cool here. There's nothing to do at home. Let's make the company. So we made the Saudi Austrian Entertainment Company, and we were really working hard, and we were cloning the business. So my main business in Europe is Masters of Dirt and Masters of Merch. Masters of Dirt does live entertainment shows. Masters of Dirt Live Entertainment, Master of Merch, the merchandise production, design, e-commerce fulfillment, and live sales for a lot of festivals and so on. So
we work with music festivals.
Yeah, music. We work with music festivals. Janja Gambrecht, she's the Olympian climber from Slovenia, and Kamo and Crooked, the band. Alexander Rakic, we do his clothing. Fabio Wiedmer, many people. And so we started doing the same in Saudi Arabia. So we were reselling Rally Dakar, we were reselling Formula 1, we were producing for Saudi Esports League, we were many things. So I was almost 3 years there, back and forth. It was 2 years where each year I had over 50 flights. It was honestly an amazing time. I learned a lot about the language, a lot about the culture. I was living like a king. I learned so much. And this is how we got in contact with all these guys. And you know, like Saudi, there's only one label, bigger is better. Yeah. And then now I had to just come here because...
Did you see that Neom? Is it?
I didn't. I never went to Neom. We had one Master of Dirt show in the north, but I never went to Neom. But I went to Riyadh and to Abha. They actually have mountain regions with baboons and crazy tourism where it's actually cool. So they have much more than only desert. But there is no small project in Saudi. It's just
big.
It's just crazy. And this is a short friction of my Saudi Arabia journey. And I'm very grateful for it. And I'm excited to go back, actually. I have my apartment there, and I call them my Saudi family. They're pretty upset because I've been there for a year. So it's time to go back. And the cool thing is, you know, now there is, I mean, obviously there's so many Arab-speaking people in the world. And now speaking Arabic with Syrians or Egyptians or...
So you speak Arabic fluently, yeah?
Not fluently, but I speak enough to... I mean, people literally turn into ghosts when they hear me flexing some Arab, and that's just really cool. And then,
You need to speak English and listen to them what they're speaking to about you.
yeah, that, especially with slang and stuff, that's a stage too much because there's 22 different forms of Arabic and stuff.
How
But
did you learn it? Duolingo or something like
yeah,
that?
no, I had one teacher, so I did over 600 lessons, and I did Duolingo.
Yeah.
But then I lost my streak, and I got really upset. Over 600 days gone.
Yeah. I have that on Italian language, yeah. Italian, yeah. Društvene mreže, social network profiles, crazy. You have some of, I don't know, most your videos I ever saw on Instagram, yeah. How do you manage social profiles?
It's
Yeah?
a lot of work with social, for sure. If you want to keep up,
Because videos are really interesting.
Taking videos and posting and this. You know, yeah. If you don't post, you get down. If you post, especially with this Instagram and algorithm, every time it's something different. You know, 3 years ago, reels were cool. You put reels and you went up, and now it's, you don't know.
Now challenges are cool.
I know.
I do it.
Challenges.
And you put camera on your camera.
Those are Insta
Yeah.
360 cameras. You know, it's nice because you don't need to have somebody to film you. You can have camera that films you. Then you choose the right angle, what you want to put, and you. It's the
videos are so crazy. Yeah.
For us, it's all my team social media, they're Gen Z. It's a new generation, they manage it and they do a fantastic job.
Yeah. Što nam spremate za Zagreb? Vidio sam da ima i hrvatskih, sad ću naći samo malo. Da otvorim taj dokument, negdje mi je spremljen hrvatskih performera.
The writers.
You have Croatian writers in your program in Croatia, of course. Just a second, I will find them for you. Because it's
Marian Ran.
Marian Ente, he was a guest in our podcast, I don't know, a few years ago.
Writing.
He was not my guest, there was a different host. But,
He's writing.
Yeah. You, Jaka Remec, Didi Squad, Edgar Toronteras, Šimon Gođijek, Connor Stitt.
Yeah, Simon Godzeg is second of Red Bull Rampage.
Yeah.
DD Squad, they work with Mr. Beast. They do this crazy stunts. Like, check out their YouTube. DD Squad is...
that's one of the...
They would be good guests.
Yeah.
They could maybe, I don't know, shoot something through the studio here, but it's a bit small for them. But really cool people.
Yeah.
So we try to bring a broad mix, you know, so it's not only motorcycles or BMX.
What are the main differences between 2019, is it right year? Yeah, and next year's show?
So I'm pretty sure 2019 we had no...
2019 was just after the Christmas, I remember.
Yeah, so 2019, I mean...
2019 first.
More tricks, different tracks, more pyrotechnics, different talent, girls, snowmobile. I'm pretty sure it wasn't here. Buggy, the hair hanging, the Motorhead segment. It's.
I mean, in 2019 we didn't.
What's the difference between a Porsche from 2019 and from 2025? A lot.
Well, the Porsche is Porsche.
Yeah, it's always
I'll be happy with 91.
Me too.
It's a lot. Even with just the BMX mountain bike segment, we used to tow them.
True. The start tower, the 12-meter tower, where they take the speed.
We have the tower with the bigger ramps, you know.
Bigger is better.
Yeah.
And when was your last show? If this is the first show from your new European tour. You have shows
all
this year, yeah.
The last
I guess it was in Berlin.
Yeah, it was Berlin.
Our tour finale was...
Mine was in Chile.
Yes, true. It's true. It was Chile.
It was in
For me, I was not
August.
in Chile. It was Berlin.
And you are all your shows are indoor.
No. 85%.
85%, yeah. Maybe there is some kind of good polygon in Croatia. I don't know.
Klagenfurt
Zagreb is your only location in Croatia. There are also
Puglia. I wanna play Puglia Arena.
In arena.
So, if anyone's down for a summer open air,
yeah.
hit me up. It would be nice.
In the summer, Puglia. Oh, wow. That would be a good one.
Možemo ono što smo se dogovorili možda nekome dodijeliti čisto da gledatelji znaju. 2 tickets, 2 paketa po 2 karte, kako bi to možda da podijele ovaj video na svojim profilima, tako nešto bi bilo
Pa da,
dobro,
može da se podijeli i da tegate neko, znam, prijatelju koji bi želio i ove karte za ove Masters of Dirt u Zagrebu, tako da šerajte, delite, što više šerajte i delite, veće možnosti imate da pobjedite ove karte.
Da, i pošaljite dokaze sad, pa mislim da se već vidi šerovač, to na vaš osobni profil, odnosno profil od Masters of Dirt, da možda tagiraju ga, vjerovatno što vidjeti taj.
For the winners they should write share and comment and tag some people and tag Masters of Dirt for sure to get a chance to win some tickets.
To get more chances, do all of that. And good luck, and we'll see you at the show. I'll add one thing on top. I'll bring them on a backstage tour with me.
Ooh,
to make it special.
Nice, really nice, yeah. Evo, mislim da je to i više nego dobro. Nekakva stvar koju morate ispoštovati da bi naravno došli na Masters of Dirt. 17.1. ali tako da? 17.1. Zagrebačka arena, mislim da će biti potpuno ludilo i hvala vama dvojice, thank you very much.
Thank you, my pleasure.
For your visit and we will see each other in January.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, bye bye.